Like, I'll win that raffle one day. I'll win that raffle
I'm
one
about to
day.
put.
Really made.
Yeah.
Mid-low.
I don't understand why they coming with their hands out. Little bitch, put your hands down. Now they come around, cause I'm the talk of the whole town. I remember I was so down. Now I'm selling out, whole crowds, hoes all around me. Money make them honeys wanna have your babies. Gotta keep my head up, no condoms. Vibing to this moment, I focus on my problems. Can't say I'm back, cause I never left. Can't explain the way I feel, I know I'm about to flex. Who gon' be my record deal? Y'all was sitting on the bench. I was playing in the field, shooting to kill, Hollywood Hills. Show me where the love goes.
Shawty got me trippin'.
Now I'm riding solo.
Shawty got me sippin'.
I don't understand hoes.
Got me in my feelings.
I'ma be okay though. I don't understand why they coming with their hands out. Little bitch, put your hands down. Now they come around, cause I'm the talk of the whole town. I remember I was so down. Now I'm selling out, whole crowds, hoes all around me. Money make them honeys wanna have your babies. Gotta keep my head up, no condoms. Vibing to this moment, I focus on my problems.
Focus on this moment, press the gas, we going. Shooting for the stars, driving fast cars. I waited, tell my mama I made it. I'ma leave it all behind, so baby, let's go.
Sometimes you gotta let it go.
No pit stop, got a bag ready for me.
Who's ready for me?
It's gonna be alright, it's gonna be okay. We can do this all night, we can do this all day.
Right.
So if I'm down for you, would you ride with me? You can take my heart, but don't make it bleed.
I don't understand why they coming with their hands out. Little bitch, put your hands down. Now they come around, cause I'm the talk of the whole town. I remember I was so down. Now I'm selling out, whole crowds, hoes all around me. Money make them honeys wanna have your babies. Gotta keep my head up, no condoms. Vibing to this moment, I focus on my problems.
Okay. I have to do that because then it just syncs up. It syncs up the audio.
It's like echolocation.
Mhm.
It gets a feel for the room.
You could push. What I like to do, Mike, is I push this down,
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
not in the way.
or just this part, yeah, and then you
Like
could,
that.
yep, and then you can tighten it with that thing right there, yep, and then it will kind of stay where you want it.
Woo!
There you go. So then I can see your face.
Yeah, I'm like, Dom, listen to me when I'm talking to
you're
you
all-
right now.
So it's been 2 years in the making. You know, last time we talked about, you had long hair last time.
Yep.
Long hair.
I was in the dorm room.
Yeah.
In the dorm room.
So you were
those
where?
were-
You were in Kansas.
Yep. I was at Haskell. We were doing the virtual. That was difficult, remember, because I had to upload that 2-hour long clip
Yes.
to YouTube. Like I don't know how you do it these days. I'm sure you got it dialed in way better because the system that we got it done though. And
We did.
it wasn't a bad episode. I did listen back on it though, and I said a couple things that were factually incorrect. Like I said something dumb about like the history of Haskell, and so Haskell was Haskell Institute. It's always been called Haskell, but for some reason I called it Carlisle in that other episode. Carlisle was another school, and I think that one was in Pennsylvania, but that was another boarding school, but two totally separate things. So I just want to
Did you get called out?
know.
No.
I
Oh,
don't-
you just
I don't-
listened.
I'm calling myself out right now.
Oh, okay.
You gotta hold yourself accountable.
Yeah. There's some things on here I'll say, and then I'm like, wow, that doesn't make sense. Like I made fun of. I said that limes were better than lemons, and a lot of people came up to me and they're like, well, lemons are way better, and here's why. My brother being one of them, he came up and he was like, yeah, bro, lemon is just way better. Like, what do you cook with your fish? What do you clean with? What do you you know. And then I kind of thought about lime is really
Luke shut you down,
Bro,
You know,
look-
he's passionate about the culinary arts. He shut you down, and plus, yeah, he's right with the lemon. Like, they're sanitary,
mm-hmm.
you know, and limes have their uses, but I mean, it's kind of more of an acquired taste than.
I think it is too. It's like margaritas you can make with limes. You could sprinkle it on your tacos, but other than that, what do you use lime for?
I mean,
Nobody wants limeade.
yeah, it's just like people use limes for their drinks or for their tacos.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, there's a couple other rare uses out there, but I mean, yeah, lemons, they're just so.
So would you rather smell like lemon than lime, or lime than lemon?
Yes. Interesting fact about lemons. So, salmon, king salmon. When we go salmon fishing on the boat with my dad, we'll go out to the Puget Sound, the Strait of Juan de Fuca, and in Columbia River, like whenever we're in the salt water or the fresh water, it doesn't matter. Wherever we go, my dad will always take his lures and jigs and, you know, whatever, all of his artificial lures. He'll take them and he'll put them in a bucket with lemon joy soap. And he'll scrub off those lures and get that lemon scent on there, bro. And you'd never think like, oh, a fish is not going to want to smell some unnatural man-made scent. No, they go crazy for that lemon joy. Like,
Dude,
that's the hit. Anyone listening to this right now, just know that if you're trying to catch fish, and this is, I shouldn't even be saying this.
I was
right
about to say,
now.
you're just
Like,
totally.
fishermen don't do this.
I was like,
I'm
damn,
putting
you're really
y'all
giving all
on,
the
so
tricks.
just, my dad would probably be sick to his stomach right now. He'd be like, "Why are you telling everyone my tricks? That's what makes me great." I mean, he thinks the dude should just be a guide, but
I used to.
he doesn't.
I went to a fishing derby when I was really, really young, and me and my brother went. My mom took us. It's out here in Eastern Washington. You know, it was all like, it was farm fished. You know, it was all like for kids to go catch fish. And I was like, man, I'm gonna go catch something. So I went out there with the family that we went with, and I had Cheetos on the boat. And you know, I was like, man, I'm gonna figure something out. So I started rubbing the lure with this Cheeto dust. Dude, I swear, I caught some good stuff. But the thing is like I dropped my pole in there for like 5 seconds and I caught something. Like,
Where were you guys at? The fishing derby?
it was like a little fishing derby, like in like a trailer park. Like,
Oh,
it was like a little tiny
a little
one.
pond that they planted fish in.
Yeah, it was like it was just for like little kids to go catch stuff.
Well, I mean, things like that though. When I was growing up, in Muckleshoot, they'd have the fishing derby, and there's 3 ponds. Everyone from the tribe would pop out, and I mean, people would cheat because I'm not gonna sit here and name any names or confirm nor deny that I was a part of that. But anyways, so they would get up there on the stage, bro. They would have the fat prizes, like thousands of dollars worth of prizes. And I remember one time I was a little kid and I won, right? I had first place, bro, and there was a fat like Vizio flat screen TV I could have grabbed. And then I look over to the left, and I'm like 7 years old. So you get up there on the stage, and you're like, whoa, you know, everyone's watching me. I can make a decision for myself. I don't know what to do. But my dad's over there like, you know, trying to point at the TV. And then I see this huge RC car, bro.
No.
I chose the car.
No.
And I remember I had it out in the driveway just doing drifts with it, and it was going all fast. And then I just know my dad was off somewhere like having a beer or something, just like, oh, you know, he was just out there venting about it. Like, man, my son really just, I should have just told him, because what do you do as a parent in that situation in front of like everyone on the whole res? They're all there. And You're just going to be like, hey, no, get the TV. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to let your kid just have their freedom to choose, because that's what the politically correct, like proper parenting move is right there.
Yeah, because you're right. If he would have definitely been like, Mike, pick the TV, you would have been like, oh, this wasn't even fun. Now I'm like, I want it, you know?
Yeah, like I got forced in. When you get forced into something as a kid, you're just, so I brought that up because like that's where I started to actually like fishing. You know, when you're a kid and you start going, you're like, ew, it's all slimy. You don't want to touch the fish and it stinks. And you know, we're here all early for what? No, you realize that you're getting outside and you're being active and you're
doing something
traditional, even if it's pole fishing, bro. Like it's just a healthy, positive activity for anyone. It's
something, you know, like you said the other day or yesterday when we were eating, it's something people have done for
since the beginning of time.
You know, it's like, you know, they gather around and do the oohs and ahs and, oh, that fish looks dope or good, or, you know, it's like I think that's a really big thing about
fishing for subsistence, but yeah, trophy fishing, I don't really. I mean, it's like I just love to catch fish. I don't think that it's like going hunting and you're only gonna shoot a buck for the horns.
Yeah,
you know, there's people that do that, and I don't really support that as much. But hey, when you see, you know, when you see people getting that monster elk or that huge buck, bro, you're just like, ooh, you know, everyone wants to have, like, I don't know about everyone, but me one day, bro, the huge mount when you walk into my living room.
Mm-hmm.
But the meat though, like, if you've never had deer elk meat, that, you know, it's a game changer, life changer. And when you come inside from a long day of playing, and then Auntie's got the slow cooker going with the elk stew with the bread, you know it's gonna be a hitter. Oh my gosh,
it brings you back.
It's like when Anton Ego takes a bite of the ratatouille and he just goes back to his childhood. Like, that's what it's like when you have a bite of Auntie's elk stew, bro.
You're the guy who actually knows what that guy's name is, bro.
Because I've been told I look like him. Like, that's why I know. I'm like, come on, bro. What about when you get told you look like someone that's just ugly, and you're just like, you're like, no, that guy's really ugly,
bro. I've gotten called Krillin, bro. He's ugly, bro.
When I had my long hair, I was getting called Trevor Lawrence.
Lawrence.
I don't like how Trevor Lawrence looks. He's a boss. Don't get me wrong.
He's a baller.
He's a baller. But I was like, man,
not even.
And I got called Chet Holmgren, bro. Like,
which one's
okay,
he?
what? Huh?
Which one's he?
The hooper, 7-foot hooper.
Oh,
super
the high schooler.
Guy. Yeah. But he's a hooper though. But I do not look like Chet Holmgren. I mean, maybe a little bit. I don't know. But I mean, like, these are real life comparisons. Like, the blue guy from Space Jam.
Oh yeah, he's pretty big.
Sasquatch, Gumby.
Gumby. Oh man, what's the one?
Gumby's not even, huh?
What's the one that got you the worst? Like
that I actually got mad about.
Yeah, you're like, dude, come on, like.
Well, I don't know. Like, some of them, like Sasquatch, pretty unoriginal. That was like in elementary school when I'd get offended.
Lazy, bro.
That's just the lazy insult. What up, Squatch? What up?
Yeah, it's like, okay, so.
No, I don't think that. I mean,
I feel like you laughed when someone said Gumby, though. Do you?
I've never. Like, I can't recall a time when I got called a name like that and just really resented it and got angry in my heart, bro. Like, I know that it's just not that serious.
Yeah, most people are just.
You gotta be a good sport, bro. If you can't take a joke, no one's gonna wanna, like, if you're just always all serious or get sensitive when someone. And I understand, like, we want to be politically correct and we want people to not be offended, and you don't want to, like, harass each other, but at the same time, if you can't take a joke, I mean,
yeah,
it's like Dave Chappelle and cancel culture, and, you know, yeah, it's just like everyone is in a spotlight these days so much. That's why, like, if you go back and watch, like, social media and technology has changed all of it, because if you go back and watch, like, Eddie Murphy Raw or what was his name, Richard Pryor, those guys just say the wildest things up on stage and they get away with it and everyone's dying laughing, and you don't see them on TMZ, like, you know, like, and it's just so ridiculous when you see some of the celebrity gossip that we see these days, and how easy, like, how much info we have on everybody.
Everyone has dirt on you now, or something on you, like, you know, for instance, now, like, remember when all the drama would be when you would be in the grocery store aisles and you'd look at the magazines?
Yeah.
And you'd be like, oh, shit, look at the drama. You wouldn't believe that. And moms would pick that up, or aunties, or whoever.
That National Enquirer?
Yeah, and now it's like you go to the right of your Snapchat, and now it's all there.
Oh, gosh.
It's so accessible now.
I know.
You know, or Twitter, it's trending.
But it's different, though, because when we were kids, it's like when something would happen or you would see information, it's a big deal. Like, everything seemed like much more significant, and now it's like you get desensitized and everything is just not as significant as it used to be because of all this information we're drowning ourselves in. Yeah,
dude. I remember, I always bring this up. I remember I was like 7 years old. My grandpa still drove a Lincoln, and we were driving back from going to get shrimp in Swinomish, and we come back and there was a breaking news on the radio, and it was like, oh shit, this is a big deal. Michael Jackson has passed away. And I was like, damn.
Oh, I remember that.
I was like, damn, this is like a big deal, you know? And like, it was like a 2-week long thing of people like, shit, Michael Jackson's dead. Now it's like, Like, I hate to compare it, but like when Prince died, bro, he got like 1 day, and people were like, "All right,
on to the next thing.
on to who's next."
Yeah.
And then David Bowie passes. Everyone's like, plays David Bowie for like a day, and then
They're forgotten.
Dogecoin's at $1. Who cares now? That's what
Yeah,
everyone's thinking
exactly.
now. What do you think about Dogecoin?
I think that it's really insane to me that that's the point we're at now, where we can just come up with a meme, which is what Doge was. It was a meme, and then like native coin. You can think something up, and then all it takes is for an Elon Musk to give it that clout, and it just blows up.
Yeah, dude.
Instantly like that. Just like how we were talking about, if you have like a following on TikTok, or if you have, it's crazy how clout works and how the system, the algorithm of social media and all of it, it happens overnight.
Yeah.
And it comes and goes so fast. And, it's like just look at little Terrio, or like the crack kid, like all these people that were overnight celebrities, and then now they're just, no one remembered. Like, you remember every once in a while, but no one's actively out here talking about the crack kid anymore.
Yeah.
From Vine.
Or These Nuts guy.
Yeah.
Dude, he was down bad in Vegas. He was down bad.
He was?
There was a video of a guy who, for the people who don't know what These Nuts is, it's a guy who says, like, he was like just saying a joke on These Nuts on Vine. And he was on Vegas. He showed on the strip, and he would do it. He would say "D's nuts" for $5, and but he was in a train station, and some guy recorded him. He's all, "Yo, D's nuts guy, what up?" And he like looked bad, bro. Like he looked drugged out.
No.
And then he went up to him. He's like, "What's up, bro?" And he's like, "Bro, I thought you were about to beat me up or take my money or something." Like he's like struggling down there. So like you're right. Like everyone's desensitized to the point where on to the next thing really quick. And I don't know what to think about it sometimes, because, like you put content out there, you're competing with a lot of people now. That 20 years ago, if you had a YouTube channel, like for instance, like a reaction video or anything like Charlie bit my finger type shit, like people know that now. It's like everyone's got a podcast now, myself included.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. You got to stand out.
And that's why you see... it's just, I know it's supposed to be funny right now, but it's not. It's just like, it's cringy because you have to do more and more to stand out, and it's sad, but I mean, and there's good ways to do it, but then you also see the bad ways to do it, and you see a lot of people do anything but clout, bro.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's just, it's toxic, but it's just the world we live in, and technology is moving so fast. I don't even know, like, sometimes I just imagine humanity in a couple hundred years really looking like Wall-E, where they're all just floating around, like not doing anything. They're like, "Robot, come here, bring me food. I'm hungry." And then,
bro, dude, that's just
can't even like.
Okay, well, there's two things to that then. With Wall-E, if they're say in 20 years, Elon Musk or whoever the fuck it is goes to the moon, and they have that option, like, hey, go fucking travel space for 20 years. This is how you're going to live. Would you go do it? Are you one of those people who would go to the moon? Like,
so say there's like a trial going on, and I get recruited, and they want me to go be one of the 10 to go
to the moon.
Like, okay, this is the first group of people we're going to send out in space to actually live other than the space station. Like, I don't know. After seeing Interstellar, that movie just kind of like puts that into perspective, bro. Like, you leave Earth and your family's down here, and you're not going to see them for years. It's going to feel like COVID lockdown, but 100 times worse, because you're not even on Earth at
you don't
this
get
point,
cell
and you're
service
with
up there, bro.
Random people that really don't care about you. Like you're gonna have to care about each other, but you're gonna have to have each other's back. But you're up there, and they're like, "Man, I'm trying to survive, bro. If your glass ball breaks and the oxygen escapes,
they're like, damn, bro.
I'll give you a little bit of my oxygen, but that's all you're gonna get,
I mean, that's how it is, though. I mean, just even like we said that about the food, like, people back then who were roasting food, fire and food and stuff, and someone just takes their shit. It's like, you're gonna have to either fucking fight them for that, or you're gonna have to just be like, fuck, I guess I'm gonna wait. And
I have some problems with that, bro. It's like, I love being nice to people, but sometimes it's just, I mean, You give people the shirt off your back, but then you don't have a shirt anymore.
Yep, you gotta remember. You gotta remember to fill the.
You gotta help yourself.
You gotta
to
fill
help
the
others.
Kool-Aid pitcher to help others.
Yeah.
You know, and you're the Kool-Aid pitcher.
Yeah, you walk into the kitchen and you got ham and no burger. You got
peanut butter and no jelly.
no jelly. You got Kool-Aid and no sugar, and then they want to borrow your car right quick.
Yeah, and it's never right quick.
And it's never right quick, bro. They just need to go to the store, and then it turns into, let's go. But it feels good to help. It really does. Like that's the whole point, bro. You don't want to be out here just consuming your whole life.
Yeah.
You want to be living to put yourself in a position to where you can give back to as many people as possible. And this is all fairy tale shit, I know. But it's real facts, bro. Like we need to figure out a way to stop all just. I mean, and I know there's a lot of people that do good in the world.
Yeah.
But if we all just try to just improve our experience for ourselves and for future people, then it's like this technology thing, bro. And this working from home and desensitizing ourselves and isolating ourselves, I just don't see it.
It's scary, man.
And that's why, I've kind of that's why I got off Facebook, and that's why, because I want to be here where I'm at in person, and then I want to go and see someone and have them actually be happy to see me and not know all my business and what I've been doing because I'm posting about it. So they already know. They're like, "Oh, well, you have nothing to talk about because,
That is kind of weird with this sometimes. I'll start talking about something, and people will be like, "Oh, what you saw on your podcast." I'm like, "Fuck, man! Like, I'm here, bro. Like, I'm like a person. It's not everyone either.
No.
And but it's just like, it's not rude, but it's like I'm almost just like, damn, like, I forgot I talked about that, or because now it's getting to the point where it's like there's 87 episodes, so there's about double that in minutes, and hours of me talking, and it's pretty cool though, but you gotta protect your happiness, and you gotta be in the moment, just like the people who are on Facebook pages. Those people are raffling shit off left and right.
Raffles. I do miss the Facebook raffles and the little Facebook drama. Like, it's fun.
You're missing it, bro.
It's fun. I miss it a little bit, but I mean, when you see the raffle on there for and then there's someone flexing with how many squares they bought. I mean, like, okay, Eddie, we know you can buy 10 squares from Grandma's raffle, but we all want to get in too, bro. I want that blanket just as bad as you do. And it's one of the soft ones. It's one of the good ones,
And they never win.
And I've never won, bro. So maybe I'm kind of bitter. Maybe one day I'll have to hop on just to enter the raffle.
Like you said yesterday, aunties be raffling anything.
Anything.
So what do you mean by that?
Plates of food from the cookout. They'll be like, "Hey, we got leftovers. We got 10 squares, $10." I'm like, bro, you're really trying to make $100 off this plate of food right now? You're finessing.
And someone will.
Oh, it's smart though. It's like, it's kind of a win-win because it's low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
I mean, it is gambling, but at the same time, it's just fun. And so, okay, but back to what you're saying about your 87 episodes, and it's a lot of content, but just think, bro, this right here is going to be something that our kids can look back on, that our family, we can sit back and look back on this in 20 years and be like, wow, bro, look at how I looked. Look at how much worse or better I was back then.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm going to be like, wow, look at that. I was a scrub back then, bro. I'm trying to glow up even more. But yeah, it's like, and J. Cole was saying that his music is going to be even when his heart doesn't.
That's a good point.
That's deep,
Yeah.
It's like you got to create things so that you'll leave something behind at least. Because if you look at like the Roman Colosseum and the pyramids and all these structures, and that's how they wanted, that's the only way they could get remembered. They didn't have all this technology. And
yeah, dude, they'd build something fucking crazy. Can you imagine building a pyramid?
We don't even know how it was possible, bro. I mean, the theories about moving the huge 100-ton blocks hundreds of miles from wherever they sourced their stone
in the fucking desert too, to add on to the hardness of it.
I mean,
that's what makes it worse.
If you think about it as a society, it's a good thing because you create hundreds of thousands of jobs, and it's going to be going on. These great works are good for societies, but it's just some of these things that these people pulled off with primitive tools. I mean, we can't even build some buildings that we build now don't even last 10 years and they fall apart, and we've got power tools and heavy equipment, and we got concrete slabs with cracks in it after 10 years. There's something wrong. We have the pyramids that have been in for 4,000 years over in the desert.
It's about 4,000 years?
Bro, I think that
because they're like something BC.
I don't want to pull what I pulled last episode and act like I know 100% what the facts are on something that I don't, but I'm 85.2% sure that 3,000 or 4,000 years ago, because I'm 2,000 years before
Christ.
What do you think about that? What do you think about the
year calendar or the?
It was always Alter Domine, and like now it's current era. You know, didn't they change
the names?
Abbreviations for BC and?
So yeah, it used to be before Christ, and then it was AD. Yeah, what are we in now?
I always thought it was before Christ, after death of Christ, but I don't know. I mean,
I guess that does make sense.
I heard something like Alter Domine one time, but now it's just like they changed it. Current era, I know CE.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
dude,
it's crazy how it works. One day they were just like, hey, you know what? That's enough. Today is the day where we're gonna start keeping track of what day it is. And
yeah,
like, and that was 2,000 years ago.
Or the guy who literally just said, "Well, if we fucking just build a pyramid, then we'll get remembered." And then everyone's like, "You know what? I can get around that."
Yeah, it'll give us something to do. Like that's actually a great idea.
Yeah, like everyone's
I'm
like,
getting down with that.
Yeah, I'm down.
But then they don't think about all the work that goes into it,
dude. So a lot of people who, don't believe that the pyramids were a good thing. I mean, I know that some people probably think that it was slave made. It probably was. Dude.
It was.
It definitely was. But you give me 40,000 people, you can build a lot of things. You know what I mean? Just think if you had 40, like when I see like a packed gym of like 50 people, I'm like, this is quite a bit of people. Think 40,000 people. Doing one goal.
So you think, yeah, with one goal.
With one goal in mind.
I mean, look at, you think of that amount of people in one space. You think of the Super Bowl or like a huge, like Woodstock.
That's
like,
a good
look
way.
At Woodstock, bro.
Yeah, that's a good theory. Like all those people.
All of those people. And like, just imagine if humanity just was on the same squad, what we're capable of, bro, right now.
Well, yeah, that hits me sometimes. You know what? I didn't really realize that. Like when I go to a Mariner game or a Seahawks game, I'm like, there's a shit ton of people here, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you don't really realize it. Like, I mean, not with COVID and stuff, but like when you would go, like you'd be like looking around, you're like, this is just packed with people. I could kind of see. I don't get the anxiety or anything, but like with that situation, but some people freak out because there is a lot of shit going down.
Big crowds aren't for everyone,
mm-hmm.
but. I don't know. Some of the best experiences I've had in my life were around, like, if you've never been to a Mariners game, a Seahawks game, a music concert, a festival, come on. Like, these are things in life that you got to just take advantage of.
What's the best thing you think you could do by yourself?
We're talking about...
Because you said one of the best things that have happened with people. What about on your own?
Oh.
Because there's got to,
so
solitude's
those journeys
nice
that
too.
I made across the country driving...
Mm-hmm.
That was really something.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about like accomplishments or like building something or just doing something?
Things you enjoy doing on yourself
doing by yourself
that are pretty well like great things in your life. You're like, damn, this is pretty dope.
Man, that was one of the main things.
That's a good
honestly,
experience.
And you can get in the zone when you're driving, but just being in touch with yourself out in the middle of nowhere, seeing beautiful things and thinking about life, open road, music, podcasts, like that it's a good and a bad feeling. But for me personally, like it's kind of comfortable. And that's just really amazing to me. Like back in the day, Pony Express, it would take from those drives that I was making were like 28 hours ish. And, sometimes stop, sometimes don't. But that would take people like 3-4 months, that journey back in the day. And I can really it's so easy. America, bro, we have it so easy. Our infrastructure, yeah, like there's issues, but at the same time, you can really me and you could say, let's go to New York and we'll just hop in my truck and we'll drive.
And there's a road and there's stops.
And no one's going to stop you.
Yeah. That's crazy. I think that when I just drive back home, like, damn, this would be like a 2-week long ass journey, like from here to home.
Okay, let's snowball on that real quick. So, if you had the choice to be alive in one time other than today, because what a time to be alive. Like, today's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
But what other time would it be?
Fuck, dude. I know I wouldn't probably go back farther than 20 years, to be honest with you.
20?
Or like 23 years.
So you're living in this place. You're not visiting.
Oh, you're going to live?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I've talked about this. I swear I keep coming back to this. And I bet you people love it. Maybe not, but who cares? I mean...
They love it, bro.
You know, going back, you know, like, I think... Dude.
I mean, it's hard to want to be alive at any other time than right now because we have the best medical technology.
Dude, back
anesthesia
then,
wasn't even invented until like post Civil War, bro. Or post Civil
War.
War.
You know what they would do? They just get you fucking drunk, and then they would do shit.
Yeah,
that's what they would do.
They had alternatives, but like anesthesia is like you don't feel anything.
Did you get? Yeah, wait. Did you get anesthesia when you got your root canal?
Anesthesia is when you go to sleep, right?
Did you get anesthesia when you got a root canal?
Novocaine is the one. Well, yeah, they
knock
gave
you
me
out.
3 shots. Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't go to sleep, but I didn't feel anything though. It's just that, you know, when you're at the dentist and it's like scraping and it's unpleasant, bro. But
yeah,
like you just got to get into a zone in your mind where you're just like, it feels good to take care of this right now.
dude, I almost felt like I had a root canal. Sorry to. Okay.
No, it's
okay.
okay.
Before we get to the dentist stuff, I would probably go to fucking your. Dude, I would just like to see what it was like in Egypt, bro. Like, I know I'd probably be like, yo, this guy's fucking working on the pyramids. We're fucking beating the shit out of this guy. He's going to be a slave. And
yeah, but your life ain't going to be very long.
Yeah.
Even
but like,
if you're a wealthy guy.
Could you imagine, though? Yeah. So, wait, are you going to be just an average Joe going back in time?
Okay, so just put yourself in Back to the Future perspective. You just show up there and you have yourself.
I would go see Egypt, bro. Or see,
and you're going to know what you know
ancestors.
now.
Damn.
Yeah. So
I mean, I would like to see our ancestors probably first before I would go to Egypt.
You want to live with coastal native people back before colonialism.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that would be a fun time.
And yeah, it would. It really would. But you just got to remember that everything is dirty back then. People.
No one's using soap.
No one's. I mean, people will still wash themselves, I'm sure, sometimes, but like. No sanitation, you know, only natural and herbal concoctions for medicine, and your diet's gonna be very limited. You're gonna have meat and berries, you know, and like hunting, gathering. But those are all negatives. Just think of how fulfilled and how happy people must have been back then, bro, because they were always doing something, always providing for themselves. They're always on the move. And yeah, there was real danger back then. Like, it was hard to defend yourself against the elements and the animals and rivals and other tribes. But at the same time, it's like you take a native or any person from back then and you bring them into today, I don't think they'd be happy, bro.
Dude, yeah, chilling. They'd be like, yeah, they'd be trying to do something.
Yeah.
You know?
They'd see how we live with our Xboxes
or they'd want to go make a fire.
TikToks, and they're like, to hell with this. I'm going to live like a human.
Well, you say that, but until then, they realize they can go to the store. I mean, I agree to you at some point, but I feel like they'd be adapted and be like, fuck, man. Like,
they'd see like the good stuff that we have. And
we do
figure it out.
You know, imagine not having a grocery store, man.
Oh.
Like, some people.
Bro, in Nia Bay, shout out to all of the fam out there, but it's really a desert out there. Like, it's a food desert.
I heard they have a little store and a teriyaki store, don't they?
Places to get food, but they got Washburn's general store, bro, and they have groceries in there. But I think that they might tax a little bit in there.
Well, it makes sense if they have
because everyone just drives to PA. They'd rather drive 2 hours to go to Walmart or whatever grocery stores.
I've been there one time, bro. I've been to Nia Bay one time.
Well, there is
shout
a
out to my guy John.
PA, but yeah, no, Nia Bay's. But that's the thing though, is when you're out there, you don't care about that because you're in Nia Bay, bro. It's so beautiful, and it's like the ocean, all the beaches, and everyone. It's just people are different out there. They're really cool, really down to earth, bro. Nice people, but it's a res. I mean, just like everywhere else, there's gonna be there's gonna be people haterades all the time.
You know, I've been seeing in our travel news page that they're trying to get people to remove their junk out of their yard. Do you see that?
I was just talking about that, and I think that'd be amazing, bro.
You
I'm
think you're
tired
for
of
it?
seeing these dirty res houses with old cars outside.
Okay. So what about do you have a problem with boats and nets and crab
Oh, you're
pots?
talking about that? Well, it's hard, because people are gonna always not like when you're laying down the law and you're putting rules on them, and they have to do something. Like, this is America. We like our freedoms, but at the same time, we want to lift each other up in the community, and just throwing your shit in your yard is not the move.
So you're not for the boats and stuff.
At least organize it and have it put in totes, or put your gear in your boat and pick stuff up, take care of it.
I think I have no problem with it.
I don't have a problem with.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, like, that's the most convenient thing to do.
Yeah.
It's the smartest thing to do. You can just go outside and work on stuff and go back in the house. You don't have to go to the marina or.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, like, I understand asking people if they can keep, like, we want to keep it looking good around here, but at the same time, I think that might be overstretching the bounds a little bit to try to get everyone to not, like, if you're a fishing people, how can you tell fishing people that you can't have your boat at your house?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm for.
You can't do that, man.
I could catch some flack from that, but and then also the thing is too is Tulalip's right next to the water. And here's the thing. When you're somewhere, here's my argument. When you're somewhere that's like themed a certain way, obviously if Tulalip had a theme, it's the fish people, fishermen.
The ocean.
Yeah, it's like we're coastal, that's who we are.
That's it.
And fishing's part of that. Crabbing's part of that. And
that's a lot of people. That's probably like 50% of the tribe's livelihood.
Yeah. But if you're,
well, and don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
And, I'm not Tulalip.
Yeah.
I've been around, but
I know what you're saying.
It's obvious, it's a huge chunk of everyone's life is fishing and living off the ocean. And why would you ever want to, you don't ever want to infringe, you don't ever want to overstep your boundaries on that. That's something that you should never try to, and they're not trying to take it away. They're just
telling you clean it up.
They're trying to raise the bar a little bit. And,
yeah, I think so too.
And I am not in a place to have an opinion. Like, I do, but at the same time, like, you are a Tulalip tribal member. So what do you think?
I think you're right. I think they're overstretching a little bit. And I think people should be able to have that, but I also feel like it should be clean too. And not overspilling on other people's yard. If you're not in anyone's yard,
that's true, bro.
If you're not in anyone's business or anyone, you can have your shit how it is. It's like, this is what I think of it as. It's like, as long as the living room's good, everything else is good, your room's dirty, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah.
As long as you don't spill into the living room, like, oh, your trash is coming onto my stuff, then that's the problem. But if that's your house, your boat's how it is, maybe it's a little mispainted or whatever.
And we all,
who cares?
Like I said, if we're all on the same team, like, we want to see each other do good.
Yeah.
I just want to see you do good, but at the same time, everyone thinks differently, bro. Like, some people just are totally comfortable with having it how it is,
Yeah, man. But, like, we can get political all day, but
yeah, that's not, we don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, it was just something I saw.
It's interesting to think about,
I saw it on Facebook, and, Facebook be causing some fucking arguments, bro.
Stirring the pot.
I think Facebook's the best stir of the pot. It's the best pot
because
stir.
That's the most diverse. Like, you've got elders on there. You've got young people on there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can say anything you want on there, but that's what I was gonna say. Me and my Uncle John were just talking about this. He's from Muckleshoot.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was cutting concrete over in Yakima, I saw, in Toppenish, some yards that were bad, man. And, like, it's really, I mean, some people really have it rough out here, and I understand, that when you're living a hard life, sometimes you're not worrying about picking up your yard.
That's another good point. Some people are going through shit and can't do it.
And that's in anywhere you go in the whole country or in the world, you're going to see slums.
Yeah.
And you're going to see, and, like, what we're saying is we just all want to be on the up and up, taking care of ourselves. And when you see, like, your house and what you have is kind of a reflection of you in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you manifest, Like if you're not gonna take care of yourself, then your house is probably not gonna look good. So
It's hard for it to look good.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But yeah, so like we were saying, it just comes full circle, bro. If we all put together our strength as unify, then and this is all corny, but I'm just saying anything is really possible. But
wait.
Like, I'll win that raffle one day. I'll win that raffle
I'm about
one
to put some slow, like, motivational music. I'll win that raffle one day. I'm about to fucking
It's
get you.
just, I know. I haven't really entered in really many raffles that I had to actually.
Okay, so what's a raffle that you were really pissed you didn't win? Well, I mean, obviously all of them.
We were at Tulalip Heritage, and this ain't just raffles. This is giveaways, too. And
damn, you didn't even win in a giveaway?
I didn't win nothing, bro. This guy, Rob, gets some super nice Bluetooth speaker that lights up, and people are getting, like, new TV, and I'm just over here like, I didn't get anything. If I was lucky, I got, like, a bag of candy or something. I don't even like candy.
Wait, what was it for?
That giveaway, I think, was at the end of the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was the end of the year, sophomore year. But
no, I answered where I'd go. You didn't say where you'd go.
oh, so
It's easy to go off a tangent. It really is.
Yeah, we get going. You get me going on something passionate. The blood starts pumping.
Yeah.
And you're like, ooh.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's hard to, because we know what modern's like.
Yeah.
And like 50 years ago, yeah, it was a lot different, but it just, I think that living with my people in the plains,
That'd be pretty cool, huh?
would be pretty cool. And I don't know if I'd want to be, because I've been in the woods in Minnesota with Anishinaabe people and Ojibways. The bugs, the mosquitoes are like this. They'll come out there and they'll swarm you. And
damn, what do you think they did?
So hot and soupy. And what did they do about it?
Just had fires and just sat by the fire?
No, bro.
They don't give a shit about fire?
The mosquitoes are, that's the thing, is they just, I've heard that you could tell if you're not a local, if you're like, they just let it happen.
Because if you just keep doing that, they're just like, oh, this guy fucking, let's get him.
They really just get used to it. And after a while, and that happened to me too when I was up there, because it's so bad, you get attacked when you're up in northern Minnesota in summer. And it's so humid and there's a lot of moisture, so that gives a lot of breeding grounds for these mosquitoes. And they'll come out of the woodworks at night, and if you're not inside, you're toast. And at first you get these huge welts, but then your body gets like a tolerance.
What?
Yeah, your body, like, it gets used to the mosquito bites a little bit, and then they're not as big and not as
That's
bad.
kind of badass, though.
Yeah, but
the human body is pretty dope.
Human body,
That's pretty dope. So, if you could go see one thing,
I
in
never
the world.
answered the question. I'm talking.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I
Well, you
guess
just said
I would have said like pre-colonial, plains, living with. Probably,
Okay.
I kind of would want to live with the Wichitas, because we really, like, Wichitas are native to. We're not relocated tribe from the east, so we're native to Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma. There's a map that shows our whole area, and it was pretty, like, it would have been amazing, bro.
Pretty dope.
Yeah. And I love Minnesota, and it's beautiful, but I just don't think that the bugs and the humidity, even me back then, I would have been like, I'm riding my horse down south. Well, like, let's convoy it with our travois and, put our belongings. That was so cool how they had the horse, bro, when plains people used to pack up and their whole lives and just tow it and go follow the food. Amazing.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of people, same people up here too, fall in the water. Like, oh, we're just gonna live on the water, man. We'll just keep following this water.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I mean, dude, some people, myself included. Oh, I'm gonna go. I don't know where this place is. I'm put it in the map. Back then, though, dude, they're like, fuck, let's just go west. Whatever we go, we'll fucking find a mountain eventually.
They didn't have, like, we have Apple Maps. You
Yeah,
know what I
bro.
mean? Like, they really, like, had to look up at the sky to know where they were and to know what time it was.
That's crazy.
Yeah. because they would navigate with the stars and the sun, and you knew what direction you were going because you look at the position. You can still do that. I mean, if you watch like Bear Grylls, he'll show you how to do it, but we don't. We're all just so lucky.
Bear Grylls.
We don't realize it, bro.
Bear Grylls is pretty badass.
And then we're sitting here. Bear Grylls is a badass.
Mhm.
He'll always be a badass. And Les Stroud was cool too. I mean, there's always a story that comes out with the survivalists that, you know, they stay in hotel rooms and the camera crew be feeding them and they'll go take a shower and then they'll go back out there. And I'm like, no way. There's no way.
I can't, dude. I will.
That's like finding out wrestling is fake.
Bro, I will refuse, no matter what, to hear about Bear Grylls not being legit. Like, I will always stick up for Bear Grylls. Like,
Bear Grylls has never, I don't think, like, there's probably a handful of people out there that question his actual legitness of being a badass, and I don't even care that my vocabulary was terrible right there, because that is really the caliber of man he is.
Yeah, dude, he's dope.
Like, and there's those handful of people that say, "Oh, Bear Grylls is." You're canceled,
bro. Those people right there are the people who are just butthurt with their lives. Like,
yeah, they're like,
fine.
That man is really trying to help us all if we ever get in that situation.
Everyone's like sitting there with their fucking bean dip and their chips, like, man, this shit's fake.
I know. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna show this dude. Let me just order up some DoorDash real quick. You know what I mean? Like, no.
And they're just hating.
Did you ever read Hatchet by Gary Paulson?
Yeah, we all had to read that in 7th grade. I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did, huh?
Yep,
Did you guys read The Hunger Games?
Well, I was supposed to,
weak.
and I didn't. I just spark notes.
Katniss?
Bro.
You spark notes it? You didn't even
Here's
read
the
it.
thing, bro.
Come on, man. Come on, Dom.
I thought Hunger Games was pretty fucking boring.
You didn't like it?
It bored me.
I mean,
a lot of people kept saying, you just got to keep reading. You got to keep reading. I'm like, bro, like, it's been 40 pages and I'm still like,
I'm not. It did not suck me in yet.
Yeah, and I kept going.
That's me with Game of Thrones, bro.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I haven't even tried it because I've heard
haven't?
it was slow.
I tried it. I watched the first episode and then I saw guys like drifting, like they're like ghosts, you know, and they're murdering people and they're like magic, and I was like, okay.
It was too
Some shows like Lord of the Rings, like that, I'll really get into, but that's just because I've been watching it since I was a kid.
Okay.
But then again, like, my dad's 50, bro, and he's
loves Game of Thrones,
and he's a realist, but he'll get down with Game of Thrones, and I'm like,
some people like a getaway though. That could be
True.
your dad's, like, you know,
that's like you're immersing yourself in that universe.
Yeah,
and it's fun.
Detach yourself.
That's your time. You can just.
That's what we do when we game.
True.
You know,
it is true.
So maybe that's what his is.
Yeah.
You know, and I know when I watch a show like that, like God, what shows am I watching? I guess Breaking Bad's pretty legit.
Breaking Bad has always. I never watched. I saw a couple episodes of Better Call Saul. But
Better Call Saul is really good.
That's what I heard, bro.
It's really good.
And Vince Gilligan, the director of Breaking Bad, was on that project, and I was hearing them talk on the radio about, randomly enough, about how the Saul Goodman, how, I don't know his real name, but how he took that role, like, that just happened. He did not know that was going to blow up like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, well, every time he was in the scene in Breaking Bad, he would steal the fucking spotlight.
Yeah, he's a great actor, bro.
Yeah, like when you know when like you're watching sports and like a guy, like, you're like, this guy's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
Or just leaps off your TV. That's what Saul would do.
Yeah,
in
like when
Bad.
you're watching Zion's high school highlights.
Yeah,
you're just like, there's no way. There's no way.
He's going to be good. You know?
So when you see, we need to know his name.
Jimmy McGill? Or Bob? His real name's Bob Odenkirk.
Okay, yeah. Bob Odenkirk
is his actor name, or his real name. I was like his actor name, but
when they make him change his name,
yeah,
like, it's McGill. You know,
but in Better Call, I just ruined it because it takes like 4 seasons for you to learn that. Or no, it doesn't. For Saul, his real name is Jimmy McGill, and then
Slippin' Jimmy.
Yeah, and then like 4 seasons, and then he's like, I'm gonna change my name to Saul Goodman. Saul Goodman. That's basically what I mean. It's
so it's a prequel, right? So
it's like a prequel
up into how he becomes Saul, Better Call, like a big deal.
Yeah,
lawyer and
yeah.
But he's a phony though in Breaking Bad.
Well, he's a phony and he's a slippin' Jimmy.
Yeah,
that's his
he's
character.
A con man.
Yeah, he's like a.
I
dude,
know.
If you
So should we start doing some rankings? Or
Yeah,
what?
let's go.
All right.
Best. So we're on the shows already.
Shows.
So let's do top
Okay.
3 shows you've ever watched.
Breaking Bad. And then Black Mirror is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Black Mirror I like those shows that kind of blow your mind and make you think. And that is one of those ones that's, and then you watch some of the, like, their creativity is out of this world, bro. Really, with that show, it's a different cast. Well, they use some of the same actors, but it's a different situation, different scenario, totally different story in every episode.
Oh, so it's kind of like the
You've
Twilight
never
Zone.
seen Black Mirror?
No, never seen it. I've heard about the doppelganger.
If you have not, if you're listening to this and you've never seen Black Mirror, it will really suck you in. Like, it's amazing. It's just the storytelling is great. There's a lot of sci-fi stuff that happens. Like, there's this one episode where this guy he gets people's DNA and he downloads them into like his virtual world. So he doesn't like this chick at work. He'll download her into get her DNA from like her coffee cup. He steals it out of like the trap, bro. Gets her in the game and will like force her to, like he can control everything.
Like clean his house or something.
Yeah. And
Dude, that's weird.
well, he does he's a nerd, so he does like a fake Star Trek. Like he creates a Star Trek universe, and he's the Captain Kirk or whatever. And he has all of these people he doesn't like in real life in the game, and it's like Spy Kids. But I mean,
So every episode's different. It's just
every episode's different. Like there's one and this one is kind of scary, and I think I heard that something like this was going on, and I don't know why I really need to fact check myself, but I don't remember exactly. But people walking around with like, you have an overall rating out of 5 stars on social media, and so something good happens. Like I'm like, oh, what's up, Dom? I see you, and then they'll give me a 5-star, and then
I've seen this.
yeah, and if like say I did something
Cut me off in
unpleasant.
traffic.
Yeah, if I cut you off in traffic, or if I road rage, or if I punch you, or if I do something stupid or offensive, or then they'll lower your rating. When you get that lowered rating, it's like a credit score. You can't even like they're like, you need a 4.3 to live here, but it's the good life. And then she messed up once, and then bro, like she ends up in jail, her car gets taken, all because her 5 stars goes down to like nothing. Because she had 1 or 2 bad days of bad events. And so I think that, and that's the thing is like, if we're because we have so much dirt on each other now. It's like we're all kind of keeping a running tab. Like we know what you've done. And yeah, I mean, some people aren't all transparent about all their business, but I'm just saying that there's a real possibility, like I said, and I heard that they already have something like this in Japan, where it's like a baseline rating system, putting numbers on people, and that's just so
That's crazy,
scary to
man.
think about,
I couldn't. That would be nuts.
So there's every episode you watch of that show is something like that.
It's on Netflix.
Yes. So
What about the one where you get to choose what happens? Isn't that like an episode?
oh,
too?
that's Bandersnatch or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, Xavier watched that. Sunny Little Head, shout out. And he said it was good. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I don't watch that much TV like I used to. When I was at school, when I was at school, and I'd go to practice, and then I'd go home and binge. I would binge. I'm more of a movie guy, but TV shows, like, because TV shows are way longer form. You have to.
You get more attached
watching
to them, and
when it's over, you're really sad.
Yeah.
And a movie's kind of like, you hear a story and you love the story, but it's not gonna take more than The Irishman's like 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Irishman was a really good movie.
Really good movie. So, anyways,
Okay, so you had
I got Black Mirrors. I got Breaking Bad.
One more.
I know Rob's answers would be like the 100, and then he'd say All American.
Oh yeah, Rob's got some good ones. He's
yeah.
seen some good TV.
But those aren't up there. I need one that's like, because Breaking Bad, I love how realistic it is.
Mm-hmm.
And sci-fi, that's Black Mirror. So what other? Oh, bro, I mean, you can always go with reality TV. You can always go with like the Pawn Stars.
Bro, you Pawn Stars guy?
Pawn Stars. I mean, Chum Lee.
Bro,
Chum Lee.
Bro, they need to change the History Channel to just Pawn Stars channel. At this point.
When did it stop being like? When did it stop being actual history. Remember when they'd have Modern Marvels, they would have How It's Made and things like that.
That was dope.
They would have all the documentaries like the Mankind and like all that you would actually learn when you watch. And now it's just like reality TV shows.
It's just like it's like the old man saying I want it, and then Chumley saying me too, and then Rick goes no.
Yeah. and hey, I got a buddy, and let me get an expert in here. And then the guy's like, yeah, well, this is actually a great piece. It's worth 10,000. And then the dude's face lights up, and he's like, and then I'm like, bro, have you never seen the show before? Are you really just a random off the street? Are you a geek off the street? You know he's gonna. So I don't know why they ask. They're like, well, he said it was worth 10.
And then they go,
you're setting yourself up for Rick to just make you look stupid.
He goes, I can give you 4 because
Yeah.
the market. I gotta frame it. It's not really a big market for this.
Who told me that they would never go because of how bad they be hoeing people at that pawn shop?
I don't know, dude. They do be getting you good though. Those guys aren't even ever there.
No, they just hop on with the flex every once in a while.
Yeah, they'll go check it out.
R.I.P. the old man.
Did he die? He
Yes,
passed. I did
couple
not
years
know
ago.
that. I did not know that.
But I mean, I like Pawn Stars. I'm really trying to think of this last one, and it's tough. But how about while I think about that?
All right. I got Breaking Bad. I got Mad Men, and I got Better Call Saul.
Okay.
So two of them that are directed by the same guy.
I've
But
never seen Mad Men.
Those are all AMC though. That's all AMC.
AMC's good.
AMC.
The
knows what
Walking
they're-
Dead.
Walking Dead's
Revolutionary.
I love Walking
I
Dead.
never finished it. I got to like the 4th season.
Bro, this is them.
What are you doing? Is that a zombie? What, just
Kicking the dead horse, bro.
Kicking a
Walking
dead
Dead
horse?
is done, bro, and they're just kicking.
They're still doing it?
Yes, they're churning money.
It's
They're,
like Grey's Anatomy.
bro, they're just making so much money off it where they're just
Just kicking the dead. I was like, what are you doing? He's all kicking the dead horse over here. It's like you're taking a bite of a cold piece of fry bread from yesterday, and you're just trying to act. You're like, it's all right. It's still good. No, it's not still good. I mean,
wait. With pizza, when you order a pizza,
that's different.
how long do you let it be in the fridge until it's like gross to you?
It depends on the situation, because I've really been down bad before, bro.
It's like a week. You're like, I don't care.
There's times when you just, no, a week, 7 days. Holy, that's
a long time.
A long time. It also depends on what kind of pizza it is. If it's chicken,
Just pepperoni.
if it got left out a night and then got thrown in the fridge, you got to take all these factors into consideration here. I mean, you can't just make a blanket statement like that.
You're right. It's got to be a little bit. But you're
No.
saying old fry bread.
I mean, on average, like 3 days, I feel like is getting.
after 3 days, it's not for me.
Yeah, it's possible. I'm pretty sure I've eaten pizza, and a lot of people won't admit some of the shit that I be admitting, but I'm not trying to be one of those people that's just trying to act all perfect, acting like they don't go poop ever, and like, you know what I mean? Like, no unpleasant thing has ever came for me before. No, you were a baby at one time. People used to change your diapers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and they're acting like that never happened. I changed myself. No, you
Yeah.
didn't.
They're acting like they came out boss baby, And then, yeah. But
So fry bread, you don't like thin fry bread? Nobody does. I don't think anyone does.
thin fry bread. There's just no substance there.
No.
But there's a ratio, because if you have it too thick, then that middle is going to be too doughy.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
It's a science, and I just respect anyone out there that has mastered that science, because we need that for generations. That is something that we need to pass on. And yes, we all know it's not good for you to eat fry bread, but it's just never going to go away. I mean, one piece won't hurt.
Or the person who goes,
A couple tacos
Fry
ain't-
bread ain't traditional.
It might as well be at this point, bro. I mean, our whole life, like our parents, like it's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
It's traditional.
Yeah, especially, I get in that argument sometimes. It's not even.
You act like it's not a tradition around the country that all natives know fry bread, bro. Like it's a staple.
Just stop.
Yeah, just stop. I mean, there's so many, like I've been muckle shoot powwows. Auntie Janet would she'd make maple bars out of fry bread, bro.
Dude, maple bars are so fucking bomb.
Oh,
my
there's
favorite donut.
so much customization. You know what no one's ever done before, and I don't know. I've never even heard anyone speak of this. What if you stuffed fry bread?
No, that is a thing.
It is?
Yeah, people do it.
But they call it like meat pies or something, right?
Yeah, they call it meat. So
that doesn't sound appetizing.
Yeah, when someone says, "Yeah, we make meat pies," I kind of go, "Just change the name."
Change the name to something.
Drop the.
Drop the. Just Facebook. It's cleaner.
Bro, that line right there, dude, of the whole movie. One of the most
JT.
One of the most iconic lines, I think, in recent.
Well, if that's really, I mean, it didn't go down like that.
No, he's like, how about we just get rid of the?
Yeah, they made him seem like a stud right there, though.
Bro, he was.
Well, it's just like the Dom Joseph podcast, or just Dom Joseph podcast.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So.
But I'm lacking over here on my third show.
I know, yeah. We need your third show, and then we'll do the top 3 movies, which is really hard.
Okay, third show. I mean, it's difficult to narrow it down. I kind of envy you that you had that clarity, because really, I mean, like I said, I've watched TV before, but I'm more of a movie guy. So actual shows like that I've seen from front to back, are
it's
kind
hard
of
to do.
slim.
It's hard to do.
Because Breaking Bad and Black Mirror, like those two are probably a couple of the biggest ones I've ever been into. I've always watched a lot of reality TV, documentaries, comedy stuff. Are we gonna be?
I would take Better Call Saul and put Workaholics there.
Rob's gonna say The Office.
I love.
A lot of people will say The Office.
A lot of people will say The Office. They'll say Friends.
You can't go wrong with Dwight Schrute.
And Grey's Anatomy's up there.
Grey's, yes. I don't know how many people might be mad, but like I've never seen Workaholics and that. Well, I've seen a couple episodes. All right, I know what the premise of the show is.
Bro, I'm a big Workaholics guy, big time.
And yeah, The Office is a good one. It's hilarious. What was that other one you said?
Breaking Bad, Mad Men, and Workaholics.
No, but
Better Call Saul.
There was one other show, and it was a comedy. It was like The Office, but not.
Grey's Anatomy, Big Bang.
Big Bang's a good one. We used to watch that a lot. Sheldon Cooper. Friends. Sonny loves Friends, bro. Like a lot of people love Friends, and like that '70s show.
Yep. So which one you picking? Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince is. I'll pick Fresh Prince over
all of them.
Yeah.
So you got Fresh Prince, Breaking Bad, and Black Mirror.
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
They're
all good.
You're all really. So what? Then movies then. Or you want me to go first?
I just feel like I can't quit on this. It's difficult, but I'm just gonna have to make a choice. Oh, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's an anime, it's an anime. It's not real life, but still, like that show right there. I might seem like a nerd, but I don't care. I love Dragon Ball Z, bro.
Yeah,
ever since I was a little kid, that's always been like my go-to. And I've just seen like I fell off with the Super and the original show though, and the Dragon Ball itself and Dragon Ball Z. Those I've seen those front to back, and I love them, bro.
Oh, multiple
I've played
times.
every game. You grew up playing the games.
Yep.
They're good, man.
Yep.
Like that's just something that from my life, my whole life, bro. That's just my childhood part of it right there. And I mean SpongeBob. Like there's certain hitters out there that everyone's, we all in the back of our minds just, have a connection through that. But like if you make a SpongeBob reference to someone,
they're gonna know it,
and they don't know it.
They're not.
What
fun.
do you think?
I don't respect that person that much.
Oh my gosh, it is a big deal.
Yeah,
it is a big deal.
You say,
but there's those people that grew up that are our age that it ain't very common. It is not very common anymore. But that grew up not watching TV
or not. I've had people in high school
technology
that weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob. They were. Not,
yeah, I mean, you can see why. Like,
Yeah.
are you gonna let your kid watch SpongeBob? I'm going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I understand that some behavior on there isn't right, but you just say, hey.
I'd rather listen to that.
Yeah.
Than some other stuff on TV.
Bro, so what do you feel when you see like the kids with the phones in their faces these days, and if they're not on there, they're not happy?
I'm on both sides. I'm glad that the kid is occupied with it and they're happy. If there's a balance, then it's fine. That's my thing. If they can go outside and throw the lacrosse stick with me or play throw football, play some basketball, that's fine. But if they're not doing that, that's when I'm like, come on, bro. But some parents, man, they gotta.
They just have to stop letting the screen babysit their kid.
I just don't know because I have never had a kid.
Yeah, one day we'll understand. They
You
are.
know?
My niece Ayana, bro. She was like, when you actually have to worry about a baby and they have no control over what's happening, and that's so much responsibility.
Yeah.
And just knowing that it's probably nice to know that your kid's safe and you know what they're doing because you can hear the phone and you know, like,
and they're laughing.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know, it's hard to say, but I don't think it's very healthy.
No, not for if a grown man was doing that, I'd be like, bro, like, let's go outside.
Yeah.
You know?
And not only that, but that's so, bro, the crucial developmental years for the kid is.
Well, some people will argue that it makes them smarter.
If you're not letting them watch freaking like
Taco
or like
Coco
Blippi and freaking, like if you actually watch like educational shows, like that's the point. I'm gonna have my kid watching educational stuff, not stuff that's just gonna melt their brain. And when they get a little bit older, then when you're 9 or 8, 9, 10, at least when they're gonna go at their friend's house and get to watch whatever they want to watch.
Bro, every friend is gonna.
That's how it goes. Like, you don't know what kids are capable of until there's no parents around, or they're just
at school, dude.
Because we used to go on Google and look up like the boobs, and we'd go on.
Bro, the school's firewalls, they couldn't.
You knew how to get around the firewalls, and I wasn't looking at no wild. Like, I wasn't trying to watch 2 Girls, 1 Cup when I was like 10, but I knew it was a thing and I knew it existed. But also, like, do you want to, as a parent, do you want to tell I'm gonna talk to my kid and tell him I'm not gonna be like trying to hide stuff, like until, like, you don't want them to have to find out another way, right?
Yeah. But it's hard, man. Like I say,
well, we're sitting here talking out of our ass. We have no idea.
All the parents are listening,
guys, no kids.
All these guys,
all these parents are cringing. Like, what? These guys have no idea. We really do not.
They're like, these guys are gonna give their kids a tablet, and they're gonna be like, oh, that could go do something. I mean,
I'm not hating. It's sad to see, but I guess we kind of get it.
Yeah, I get it 100%. And
so,
you know what? I hate, I can't, I think it's because I have no room to talk.
Yeah, because
I had an Xbox.
Yeah, we
and
had
I had a
games
64.
and TVs.
So, like, I want to be like, oh,
I want my kid to have it better and be more successful than I am.
Yeah.
And so I look back on my childhood growing up, and I know for a fact that because you look at kids that started off in sports at an early age and were real active. I don't know if like that does anything for your development or your joints, or if it makes you more or less prone to injury or healthier or not. But those kids are like, I want my kids to be. I wish I would have just went outside and did more stuff instead of just sitting there when I was a kid.
Some kids just don't like it though.
Yeah, they tried, and I would get mad.
Respect for the kid. Respect to the kid.
Man down.
Yeah.
Respect to the kids.
It's still recorded, dude. I don't even know how that felt. How long are we at?
I don't know. An hour. That's it.
Pretty good, bro.
Yeah. It's been fun.
So,
oops.
We didn't even say our movies yet.
Oh. Yeah, we keep getting into life.
Yeah, so
not pop.
We
culture.
could go back and forth.
Okay, 1 and 1.
1 and 1. So my first one, I'm gonna have to say.
And you can do series or trilogies or anything like that.
And that counts as the whole thing.
Yep.
Okay. Oh man.
Dom's gonna be like,
I gotta say Forrest Gump, dude. As much as I'm wearing the Gumps.
I know, bro. That's a given.
I gotta say it.
And I've run into people before who didn't even really think that was a good movie, and I'm just like, how?
They're haters, bro.
How?
People who don't like Forrest Gump are doing it just to be hipster.
Yeah, they're just going against the grain,
just to be different.
Like, you really shaved the wrong way, don't you?
Okay, so I got Forrest Gump. What do you got?
Forrest. Okay, well, I'm gonna agree that that's a top pick.
Yeah.
Right, but it's not gonna be one of my top picks because we're gonna do Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay. Bro, you might.
Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah, it's really hard.
We might have to do like a top
5.
10.
We'll do top 5.
Top 5.
We'll give us 2 more.
Top 5.
I gotta go Dumb and Dumber, bro. I fucking love that movie. I love that movie. I've quoted it.
70 miles to the gallon.
Get 70 miles a gallon on this hog.
Yeah.
Or I'm only human, Harry.
Man, I love movies.
So Dumb and Dumber and
Dumb and Dumber.
Forrest Gump.
Okay. Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. Okay.
That's if we're gonna do like we have to do a comedy in there. I mean, it's just like
you have to throw one.
Are we doing our favorite movies or what we think are the best movies?
No, our favorite movies, because the best movies. Then it's gonna be an whole argument.
This is more of just our personal picks here. And again, it's off the top of your head. Like we didn't have a list or anything.
Yeah.
We're just, and this happened last time too. I remember a couple years ago.
I'm gonna have to say. Benchwarmers, bro. I love Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers.
I think that's hilarious. I'm going with movies that have just made me laugh and I love.
Yeah. Well, I wish there was more. Like everyone loves. Well, not everyone loves, but there's both sides. But I like Smoke Signals.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
I'm sitting here trying to think of more native movies. And it's just like there's a lot of good ones out there. Dreamkeepers, Skins, Dance Me Outside. What was that one about? Oh, Indian Horse. Oh, that one was.
And then you have what's it called? The one that everyone always says, Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves isn't really a native movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's got Graham Greene in it, like we're represented, and it's got natives in it, but at the same time,
you can't
native
really count
movie
it.
by a native director.
Oh, okay.
Is a little bit more like because Dances with Wolves is a really good movie, I think. But Kevin Costner, and who knows who directed it? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But all I know is that I love it, and Graham Greene's great, and who else was in there? I can't remember everyone's name, but Wind's in his hair, and
what happened? I missed what's his name came and did a press con or like a conference. The guy from Smoke Signals, or
which one?
Thomas.
Oh,
he came in. He's like he's like a doctor.
Thomas?
Yeah, he has like his PhD.
Yeah. You ever check in on Adam Beach these days?
No, I know he was in the MCU though.
He was in Suicide Squad.
And
they killed him off right in the beginning.
Yeah, I was like,
that was
like the first...
so bad. Why would they ever do that?
That's what I was like, dude. I was like, he made it, and then they just take him out, bro. I was like,
the native guy. They killed him off right in the beginning of the movie. And when that happened, I kind of got turned off. I was like, wow.
Dude, there was a casting call for Marvel. I applied, but didn't get it.
How many people applied?
Fucking hella, bro. And the demographic was like tall native guys. Like, I could probably camera angles can make me a little taller.
Who were they? They're casting for what?
It was like for Black Panther 2.
There's a native guy in there.
But they're gonna introduce a native cast dude and a native.
How are they
woman.
gonna do Black Panther?
I don't know, but they're gonna
have to get a new lead actor.
Well, yeah, but they're segueing to like native people. That's what I heard in the application. I answered a couple questions, but
yeah. Well, they need a real.
They
Indian
probably want.
guy.
That's what the thing is.
They want like Sunny or.
They said they want
someone that looks like that.
They want a real authentic. That's what they said. I was like,
you got to get the tall, handsome, brown, dark with the long braid.
Yep.
That's what they want, bro. Yep. So, any of you out there, MCU might be calling your name.
I know that was a couple months ago. Who knows? They could still be looking. But yeah, I should have shared it.
I don't like to see us portrayed in a bad way.
Yeah.
I don't like us being in pop culture or in the news in a bad way. But, it's just like, how can you not like when they get like, hey, Victor, I can get us to Phoenix. And he's got the jar full of change or K-Res radio.
She was just in here. Yeah, I heard by your mom,
I love Smoke Signals. That's going to go on my list, bro.
4? Is that your third? That's your third.
Yeah. I'm going to switch that Step Brothers in that one out. Because I love Step Brothers. Like, it's hilarious, bro. That movie really had me dead.
I think I have to put Coach Carter on mine.
Ooh. Sam L?
Yeah. I have to put Coach Carter. I have Coach Carter, Forrest Gump, Benchwarmers, and Dumb and Dumber.
Tom Hanks.
I got one more.
All right. Well, so I did what?
think
Lord
I
of the
already know my-
Rings and Smoke Signals, and what was my other one?
You subbed it. Because you said Step Brothers, but then you subbed it.
Yeah, so I got 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So you got to do 2 back to back right now. I already know mine.
I always really liked Avatar.
It's a good movie.
It is, and it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It was ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was way ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time. And we've been waiting on that sequel for 12 years.
It's coming out, I think.
Yeah,
But with COVID, it hit, so it's probably going to be even longer now.
I love Denzel, The Book of Eli, American Gangster. I haven't really seen The Equalizer, but Training Day,
Mm-hmm.
Denzel.
Dude, Denzel's a goat, man.
I'm just going to say Denzel.
Anything Denzel.
Yeah, anything Denzel, bro. Because anything he touches is like gold, really. I
So
mean,
that's
the
your
guy just.
Well, I'm agreeing with you because my 5th is Remember the Titans. That's my 5th.
We are the Titans.
I love that movie, bro.
Mighty, mighty
That's my
Titans.
5 right there.
Left side, strong side. Yeah, come on. You can't go wrong with some sunshine
Yep.
and some integration and becoming brothers through.
It's dope.
It's a really good story. I love those heartwarming movies, man. And it's sad too because he's you, man, you, and then it's boom, and then he gets taken out, and you're just like, oh no, that was the guy.
Or Boys in the Hood, Boys in Z Hood. That's a good movie too. Ricky. That's a really good movie.
Yeah, that one's. I mean, it's good, but Friday's
a good
the
movie.
movies. Ice Cube, Chris Tucker.
I'm not a big
Not
Ice
the
Cube
list,
guy.
not
a
the
big.
list.
He's like maybe that's top 100, bro. Maybe top 200 for me.
Karate Kid's a good one.
Karate Kid, bro. Do you see Cobra Kai?
I saw the first 2 seasons.
Bro, Cobra Kai's badass.
Or the first. I haven't seen since. We shouldn't talk about it because it's a really good show. But if you haven't,
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it. For
at the
anyone.
end when they
You're
have
on
the
that-
big fight in the school, that's the last part that I was at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a cliffhanger.
that's
for sure.
that's a pretty vague statement. Like I feel like that won't ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, everyone knows they're gonna fight.
Yeah, it's Cobra Kai, but I'm just saying, like that's a good show, Karate Kid, but that's not top. That's the thing is like you love all of these and you have an emotional attachment to them and you have sentimental value in every single one, but then you have to say that there's which ones are the absolute best.
Yeah,
it's a hard call. That's like picking a favorite child, Ray.
yeah, everyone has one.
They won't admit it though. Your grandma's favorite. You walk in there and she's hooking you up, and then your little cousin's like, "Man, why don't I ever get treated like that?" Well, maybe you shouldn't be a little shit. No,
Maybe
I'm
you
just
should
kidding.
come over and mow the lawn once in a while.
Yeah,
right?
show some love. But sometimes too, like I would be favorite for no reason, just because I'm me. Like I wouldn't do nothing good, and I'd still get hooked up. Like be sitting there like, "Hey, thanks for the sandwich." I didn't even do anything but sit here and play my game. But I'll take that.
Dude, does this ever happen when you're gaming or something and someone like brings you food, and you kind of feel guilty? You're like, fuck, I feel like I should be doing something. Is that bad that I think that?
If people have your best interests at heart, they're happy when you're happy.
Yeah.
They're happy when you are happy, and they
I'm
want
like-
you to be happy, and it feels good to help. Like we
Yeah.
were talking about, bro. I would feel good to bring my guy Dom some food. I
Yeah.
don't care what you're doing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You
Fuck,
know?
dude, this hat is like giving me a headache.
Oh, is it tight?
My head's getting big.
I'm telling you, your brain's just growing exponentially. Like exponentially.
Maybe
your,
after,
your,
like-
your,
yeah.
your skull is just.
Ugh.
You got stretch marks on your head, honestly.
Do I?
Ray.
I wouldn't. I
No.
I would start looking like Megamind or some shit.
Dude, okay, so next movies. We're not done. We got to get through these lists here because we're going to go on to music next.
Okay.
But pop culture. So your turn.
No, I'm done.
How many do I have?
You have
3 or
2
4?
left.
2 more? Okay. Oh, yeah. So I said what? I got Denzel, Smoke Signals. Then what else? Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
That's on there.
Denzel movies. So you have one more.
Okay. And I'm cheating too. I'm breaking the rules, but I don't think that there should be a concrete rule. Everyone
Yeah.
knows what I'm talking about when I
Yeah.
say Denzel. But I mean, seriously, like movies that I love. I mean, there's some really heart-wrenching, like really good movies. Will Smith is another one that's just I mean, Pursuit of Happiness, 7 Pounds, those two movies were like hit home. But and I don't know how some of y'all look at me, but you might think that I would say Wolf of Wall Street or something as my favorite movie, but
No.
Jordan Belfort, it's an interesting movie, but
Jordan Belfort, big douche.
real douche.
Real big douche.
Real douche. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not someone that and it's
In
the only
movie.
reason why we enjoy that movie, I don't know if some guys actually want to be that guy, but it's
They
like
do.
you see, like, you're like, okay, you know, there's people that have really lived like this out here before.
Yeah.
I just looked at it and I was like, this looks crazy. This is crazy, but I would never want to be living like that.
No.
But really good acting though. I
Yeah.
think that Jonah Hill and Leo, man, a good Leo movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
He's a goat.
Leo is a go. Let's go with Leo because we got Shutter Island, Titanic. We got
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can's a great one. I love that movie. Him and Tom Hanks,
Mhm.
he killed that. What else? There's all kinds of Leo movies. There's all kinds of Leo movies. Ooh, Legends of the Fall. That's a
good
great
too.
movie.
That's an OG.
That's a great movie. That's on there.
Okay.
That's it. That's
All
it.
right.
Because Brad
You said
Pitt's a
music?
goat.
What do you mean by that?
So we can do artists. We can do albums. We can do
I'm
songs.
going to do top 3 because it's going to be too long if we do top 10.
All right.
I'm going to go Kid Cudi.
Cutter.
I'm going to go Prince. And I'm going to go... Some people might be like, really? That's who you pick?
Yeah, well, everyone's going to do that because everyone wants to
Weeknd.
sit here in their chair and have their opinion. Well, let's hear yours because,
I can't say The Weeknd, no.
yeah.
Kid Cudi, Prince, and... What do I always fucking jam to?
It's just about your jams and who you like. Don't worry about what they're thinking, you know?
It's either The Weeknd or it's like The Rock, or not The Rock, but like a rock band.
The Weeknd's one of the
I think I would
goats.
go. I'm just gonna say OG with what I said.
But just think, out of all the artists of all time, that's who you're picking? Out of any genre?
You know what? I think I would replace The Weeknd with Bob Marley.
There you go.
I think that's my
That's
pick.
a solid
Yeah.
pick.
Kid Cudi,
Very
Bob Marley, and Prince.
Prince is...
Prince, Bob Marley, and Kid Cudi.
And we're doing greatest artists. It's not like the movie thing.
Yeah.
Like, because music is different, you know? Like,
Mhm.
if someone's a great artist, then all their music's just going to be great and you love
Yeah.
it. If you think they're a great artist, I mean... So you got some... All guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking about
Maybe
putting,
who's a woman? Do one woman.
Okay, I'll put a woman in there. I
Yeah.
gotta put Rihanna in there, bro.
Yeah, Rihanna. I was going to say her.
Yeah.
Rihanna and Beyonce for me are kind of like...
Yeah.
I honestly, I think I like her more.
I'm Team Rihanna, bro.
Yeah, Team Riri.
Yeah.
What about old Kanye?
Fuck. I mean, I should have put Kanye,
Yeah.
but I felt like I picked Cudi and Cudi and Kanye are pretty.
Drake's just...
No, bro, miss me. He has bangers.
I
though.
wasn't gonna say, but Drake, like
Drake but he'll drop a banger every year.
what I thought in my head was like, what are the most general picks that people are gonna have? Drake, Lil Wayne,
and Eminem.
The Weeknd, Eminem. Okay, so
Eminem's pretty. Snoop's up there.
Wiz,
Dude, there's a lot of great artists, man. It's
classic artists too. There's Jimmy. There's Rock.
There's the Doobie Brothers.
The Doobie Brothers. Boom, signature right there.
Yeah.
I saw an AC/DC concert when I was like 10, and it was probably the greatest concert. I've ever been
Metallica,
to.
Guns N'
Logic is
Roses,
great too, bro.
Logic.
I saw him live. That's oh my gosh, I miss concerts so much.
It's
But
gonna be
that's-
hard, bro. It's a hard pick. But those are the top 3 that came to mind.
So, all right, let's get adjusted here. So what's yours again?
Mine is Kid Cudi, Prince, and Bob Marley.
Okay. Maybe if I just that reach. reach. People just love using me for my reach sometimes. They're like, can you reach that? I'm like, I mean, yeah, I can, but I'm always nice about it. Of course I can reach that. I'll be your ladder. Anyways,
Top 3 artists. It's hard, dude.
it's very hard.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
I love music.
Mm-hmm.
And there's sentimental value, and there's who I think's actually the greatest. And
Sentimental value.
okay, well then AC/DC, and Keith Sweat, man, good R&B artist. R. Kelly's good too, and that's the thing is there's people that have been canceled that you can't really like anymore.
R. Kelly's one of them.
Yeah, and you can still respect their music, like MJ. People, and that's the thing is all of these celebrities are all eccentric, so there's always crazy stuff going on with.
Dude, Keith Sweat's my guy, bro. I love Keith Sweat. He'd make top 10.
Bro, I was probably made to Keith Sweat.
I
honestly.
always say that too. And then Stevie. I wanted to put Stevie Wonder too.
Stevie Wonder's a good artist.
I could have put Stevie Wonder above Bob Marley, but I went Bob Marley.
You just gotta respect
vibes.
those kind of like. It's hard for me to respect artists that are new today that come out because everything gets kind of spoon fed to them. Great producers, samples from all time. Pink Floyd and them created something from nothing. They had
No, you can't say that.
Well, yeah, but it's not like it is today. You got to have a different level of respect.
So is LeBron not great because he plays and he...
Okay, here we're going to get into this, and it's like...
Well, you said that, so I'm arguing with you. I'm just saying my part.
Okay, all right.
So you're saying that the people nowadays aren't shit because they have better tools that they didn't. Is that what your point is?
Well, you can't say that people now comparing that because the NBA is totally different than music.
Okay, so then disregard that point.
Yeah.
So you're saying Billie Eilish isn't talented because they're have more access to samples.
It's just that there's people with buku talent right now. I'm just saying that it's harder for me to respect them as much as someone like Pink Floyd or the Beatles or Bob Marley.
Okay.
Because they're game-changing, revolutionary artists.
You're right. Yeah, the Beatles they created a different sound.
Yes.
You know, and as with those other guys, you know, but
so you listen to Travis Scott songs today or Kanye songs, there's always samples from that old music.
They're sampled, but there's an art in that.
But they turn into something even better.
So there's that change. Like they have revolutionized that. So they capitalized off sampling and making it nice. Because you're telling, you know, Beatles probably sampled shit. Ice Cube sampled shit. Snoop sampled shit. Tupac did. Biggie did. You know? But I get your argument where you're saying they have a lot better tools than Pink Floyd did. And that is very understandable. But you got to give credit to them too.
Yeah. Well, and I love artists that are new today.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here trying to make a top list of all-time artists, you know.
It's hard, dude.
It's hard. It's and I love Kanye, bro. I think he's going to be on there. AC/DC will be on there. We're doing 5 or 3?
3.
Oh, shit.
I know, dude. It was hard for me too. I can't go wrong with
You're so
Prince.
fast with your list, though. It's like you already know.
I feel like I've done this list before.
You have.
Yeah.
You have. I have one more. I should get a woman in there because I love my woman artists. I love Alicia Keys, bro.
Alicia Keys has some bangers, bro.
When the rain is pouring.
You know who I kind of like? That's not bad. That Quinna be playing sometimes is SZA.
I haven't really heard much of her.
She has some good music.
Yeah, I haven't really heard much SZA.
Billie Eilish has
but
some
I am
bangers
open
too.
to getting put on.
Yeah, dude, you should listen to some of her music.
Rob, I swear, this guy Rob, I don't know. I have to bring him up here because I know my pants are getting like that too.
Yeah, it's annoying.
There's always those people that it's almost like they show you good stuff just so they can be like, I put you on to that real quick. You know, like they love getting that credit, and even older folks like
Bro,
my parents, they'd be like, "I told you."
Bro,
like,
the
bro,
parents
come on
started it with
now.
the I told you. That was the put you on before put you on was I told you.
I
bro.
told you. I hate to say I told you so, but not to toot my own horn, but I already knew that was gonna happen. I'm like, you think I don't realize that? You told me,
Bro,
You're really helping right now.
You started that war with Rob. You started it.
We started putting each other on.
I hate to point the finger. That's rude, but I remember we were in the Blazer, and we were listening to Lil Uzi, and you come in the car. We were vibing. I put both you guys on Lil Uzi, and I remember it like actually started like you got Rob pissed or Darian pissed or whoever was in there.
It at first,
It
because
triggered.
they don't realize that you're just saying it. They're really like, no, like at first people will argue with you about it, and then they realize like, oh, this guy's just trying to say that he put me on.
It was pretty funny though. I gotta give that.
But
one
if I actually did get put on, I'll be grateful.
I'll say, you put me on.
I might talk some smack about it, but you put me on, and you did tell me.
Bro, that's saying I put you on to people. I remember I was saying it to Quina, and I was being obnoxious with it, dude. Like I was being so annoying.
I put you on to that. You're
I was just like, I put you on.
I showed you this.
I put you on. I put you on.
You did not show me this.
And she's like, water? Like I was she was
You're like, I showed you water.
she was getting a drink of water or something. I was like, I put you on water.
Speaking of that,
and she was just like, what?
oh man, we should have had the water.
I know.
Oh, well.
How long are we into this? Let's see. We're an hour 30. Hour 28. Let's wrap it up.
Well, if you watch JRE and
They go like 3 hours, bro.
yeah, and they'll leave to go to the bathroom
Mm-hmm.
real quick and come back, and I know you're thinking editing right now, and there's anyone who's listening to this right now, you have respect for podcasters and content creators because it's so technical and there's so much tedious work to do, and it's like you could easily just give up.
Oh yeah, dude. They respect by listening, I think. That's usually what I usually think.
But there's so many people out here doing it that everyone makes it look easy.
Yeah,
It's
they do.
not that easy.
A lot of people do. They like,
Yeah.
oh, you just sit there.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't just sit there, bro.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I guess I do when I guess technically in a sense they're
Like,
right.
yeah, we're sitting here
Yeah,
talking,
but
giving our
you know what I
opinions about stuff, but like y'all didn't see us putting in the work to set up this,
Yeah, exactly. And move.
and you're not going to see Dom behind the scenes doing his editing magic that he does,
My guy.
throwing it down with the cartoons for all of us to
I
just be
haven't
dead.
done the cartoons in a minute.
I know. You
I
need
gotta
to
make
go
one.
back on John's episode, and
I should
or
go. Yeah, I
Jared's.
should go.
I mean, you can always do like maybe on Thursdays, do like a throwback clip.
Well, I wanted to do like Saturday morning cartoons, but that I got from another podcast. That was another idea, so I would want to do it like a different day.
It's hard though so I was like looking into, because I have camera photography, whatever. I was looking into vlogging, and they're like, these people that they set themselves up for failure by trying to say that they're going to vlog every day. They
It's
don't
hard.
realize how much work it is to create content all the time. And when you have the rest of your life to worry about, like
yeah.
Joe Rogan is lucky because he's got, like, I'm just using him as an example because I love Joe Rogan, and like I always watch, and anyway, I haven't been lately, but if he didn't have Jamie, like you're doing it.
He has a whole ass team, bro.
It's like you wash and dry. You're a single mom unless you got a team.
Mm-hmm. And when they first started, yeah, Joe Rogan did the same thing we were doing.
Yeah,
it was
they were just
him.
Yep.
And then then it started becoming like Jamie's like, hey, we need to just focus on blank or But yeah, he has a squad of teams. Of people.
They were like, this is good material. Let's get some production value.
Yep.
And that's just how it goes when you gain experience. And one day, mark my words, I've been saying this from the beginning. This is gonna be DJP
first podcast in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Super Bowl ad. Dom Joseph podcast.
It's like we're at halftime show just talking top 3 movies.
Oh, some of these people that I see on TV commentating and stuff, though, I'm just like, how are you? Who did you know? Who did you really know to get on there and do this right now?
Bro, some people be fucking was working for 15 years, haven't even known any, just working, and then they finally get there. It's crazy. You're right though. Like, who is this? Like, how did they come out of here? But like,
well,
they got there.
They're either they know somebody, I like when I hear that people actually put in the work and
Yeah,
they
me
deserve to be
too.
where they're at, you know?
Or they kissed ass for 15 years.
Yeah, like there's just certain people you know of that have it nice that don't really deserve it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I do want to see everyone happy and healthy, but sometimes like there's certain people out there you're just like, how is he a scum? How are they a scumbag? And still, but you can't hate.
Not everyone deserves fame, bro.
Not everyone does deserve
That's
fame.
another thing. You know,
No.
not everyone deserves it.
Mm-mm.
And you got to be you could really, when you have a platform and you say something, you could really, like, if Joe Rogan went and said something like
He was talking about
ripping someone's arms off is a good thing. Some people would be like, fuck, I'm going to go rip someone's arm off. Like,
yeah,
some people,
you got to be careful what you say on the airwaves.
Some people really like idolize that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, this is one of the reasons I'm doing this. But like, that guy says something, man. They got some power. Or
I think that I would rather be rich and anonymous than famous and
non-influential.
I feel like, I don't know why society tries to act like if you're famous, you're happy, and that's amazing because it's
true.
cool. I mean, we don't know what it's like, but I'm sure that doors open for you all the time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, everyone knows your business. Everyone
kind of
knows
annoying.
who you are. You can't. And that's the thing is like, I kind of know how they feel because whenever I go into places, because I'm so tall, everyone be saying stuff and coming and looking at me, and I always stand out. But that's how celebrities feel, and they're just normal people. And then everyone puts them up on a pedestal like and then you're like, hey, wait, it was Tom. I was talking to Thomas and Hunter yesterday, and they're saying that one of their buddies was the one filing through all the COVID tests and looking at results, and they would see celebrities in there sometimes in the names, and then you just kind of realize like, hey, we all bleed the same.
Yeah, we're normal people too.
Yeah,
That's true. Or if shit were to go down, like the world is ending, and like we're on a plane and there's a famous person on there, they're gonna need to eat just like we are.
Yep.
They're gonna they're gonna be freaking
And that's
out.
why it's not fair to, like, if okay, so say you're in a scenario where you have to save one person or the other.
Yeah.
How do you, like, you're gonna choose a famous person because they're famous?
Exactly.
Or no, like, I don't know. I mean,
Person who's nice to you or good to you. Or
good
your
people
family.
are good people. Period.
Yeah.
Period. Always.
Yeah.
That being said,
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know if we have any. Oh, this is something I did want to bring up.
What? Yeah. What do you got?
Tribal IDs.
What about them?
Well, I've only ever had one good picture on my tribal ID.
Okay.
And it used to look, it's so grainy. Like, I'm like, how does my tribe not have a better camera? They got like that $10 Logitech webcam that they got at Radio Shack, and it's like,
you don't get a retake either.
Yeah, you don't get you're just happy you got one. You got another one because you lost your other three. But
Okay, so tribal IDs.
Tribal IDs. So I should be able to take my tribal ID into any business, establishment, anything, and it should be honored and respected.
Oh yeah, dude. I 100% agree.
Always.
I always get a problem every time I go.
How is this stolen land, native land, and you're not going to honor a federally recognized tribal ID?
Bro, I went to the bowling alley here in Pullman, and the lady threw basically tossed back my tribal ID at me.
Yeah, well, she's ignorant.
Yeah, dude, racist or something, because I was like, hey, here's my ID, and she's like, this ain't gonna work, and then threw it back.
That's like the old school, like, we don't serve
Yeah, and I was
Asians
just
in
like,
here.
and
It's
then
just like,
and
dude,
then I was
it's
like,
2021. Like, you guys all know who we are.
That's what I said. I'm like, well,
And
I'm
you
good.
everyone in America, you can't be in America acting like natives aren't really out here.
Yeah, it's
Because you'll see our casinos, and you'll see us in the new. We're legendary. Natives are really legendary, bro.
Yeah.
We are legendary.
so.
And you're gonna hate on us because we have our own IDs and you don't want to respect it. Because is it because you're jealous? Is it because you don't? Is it a fake or? And I understand there's 592 give or take tribes, or 562 give or take, but First Nations, Alaska, and all kinds of stuff. There's people everywhere. So how are you gonna know if this is a fake ID or not?
Yeah.
That's probably why. But at the same time, that's not really fair.
No, it's not fair. It's like, it has the same value as like a driver's license.
Yes, it does.
You know, and a lot of people don't like to think of it like that. They like to be like, oh, this is equivalent to a middle school ID.
And come on, I've never seen anyone make a fake tribal ID before.
No, I haven't. I'm positive.
Never even
has.
heard.
I'm
Yes,
positive somebody.
You
has.
know, someone was trying to run the native tourney and they didn't have an ID, and they were like, "Hey,
we just get him a fake ID.
let's just print out a piece of paper and laminate it, and
No
you'll
bag.
be good for the weekend,
No
bro.
bag.
If they card you, you'll be chilling.
Yeah,
it's all native. You're native.
Slide a 10
Nah,
like in bench warmers. He's got documentation.
I am 12. So many albinos. Yeah, so I think that I would love to see tribal IDs get honored everywhere, and sometimes you do pull it out and it gets taken. Like they'll say
Yeah, sometimes people just go fuck it, you know.
It just depends on the person.
But some people want to make it
I've
difficult.
been into I've gotten into I hate to say it, but I've gotten into arguments or debates at the casino.
Yeah.
And had to leave before in Tulalip Resort Casino because they only recognize like 13 tribal IDs.
I'm guessing it's the only ones around.
Yeah. It's only local that they take, so you have to have a state ID.
A lot of them, their argument is that they want to have a scanner. If your card has a scannable thing on it, then they're cool with it.
Yeah, there should be like how on dollar bills there's the little
there's sign.
There's identifiers and there's counterfeit blockers that make it impossible for this to be fake because there's a UV light, you shine it and there's a stamp on there or something.
Yeah, but there's some tribes that like just have like a simple ID, like you said, like just a simple ID.
They just do not have the resources.
Yeah, it's like
or the setup to make a fancy.
Some of them, some tribal IDs are fancy. You know, and like you could swipe and shit.
Yeah.
But like
well, if
some
you
of
look
them,
at my Blackfeet one, it's fancy compared to my Wichita one.
Yeah, like and I know some people like at the Native Center here, they have their ID and they only got one ID from when they were a kid. You can't lose it.
Dang.
So it's like, and it's old. Like
it's looking like a social security card or something.
Yeah. So it's like they can't go. You know, so it's hard to. Yeah, I know what you're saying though. But anyway, we're an hour and 38 in. I think that's the longest one we've had.
Really?
One of the longest ones.
It didn't seem like an hour and 30.
I know, dude. It feels like we were just talking. But anything
it's been 2 years, man.
You want to leave the people with before? Tell them what you're up to.
Miigwech. Many thanks. Shout out to all my Anishinaabe, Wichita's, Blackfeets, all my brothers and sisters from the whole native and non-native world. I love you. I just hope that everyone's staying sane. We're almost through COVID. Everyone is just, you know, life is really a lot better than it was a year ago. It really is. And I think that this conversation that we just had was very good because it helped me, because I'm thinking now, I'm like, man, we were talking about when would we live and how life was back in the day, and it just makes you appreciate how good we really have it and how amazing it is, the things that are possible that we can do today.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say, like, let's help each other out. Let's just keep trying to be happy, be on the same team. One love. Gigawabaman means see you later.
Right on, bro.
All
Well,
right.
where can people find you? Do you want people to find you on social media? Or are you still?
You can follow me on Instagram at Ogimaa-Benesi, OGIMAA-BINESI. And that's the only. I don't have Facebook or TikTok or anything. I have Snapchat, but I'm not trying to. That's just for me,
that's private,
Yeah,
dude. Snap's private.
It kind of is. I mean, I used to have a big following on there, kind of, and not like in comparison to some people, but you know, like, and remember when I would do my little talks on there? Motivational stuff. And
yeah, people like that shit.
Yeah, I mean, of course, some people liked it, some didn't, but it was fun though. I loved it, and a lot of people, like, that's why you just put good energy out there in the airwaves. That's all I want.
I don't understand why they coming with their hands out. Little bitch, put your hands down. Now they come around, cause I'm the talk of the whole town. I remember I was so down. Now I'm selling out, whole crowds, hoes all around me. Money make them honeys wanna have your babies. Gotta keep my head up, no condoms. Vibing to this moment, I focus on my problems. Can't say I'm back, cause I never left. Can't explain the way I feel, I know I'm about to flex. Who gon' be my record deal? Y'all was sitting on the bench. I was playing in the field, shooting to kill, Hollywood Hills. Show me where the love goes.
Shawty got me trippin'.
Now I'm riding solo.
Shawty got me sippin'.
I don't understand hoes.
Got me in my feelings.
I'ma be okay though. I don't understand why they talk of the whole town. I remember I was so down. Now I'm selling out, whole crowds, hoes all around me. Money make them honeys wanna have your babies. Gotta keep my head up, no condoms. Vibing to this moment, I focus on my problems.
Focus on this moment, press the gas, we going. Shooting for the stars, driving fast cars. I waited, tell my mama I made it. I'ma leave it all behind, so baby, let's go.
Sometimes you gotta let it go.
No pit stop, got a bag ready for me.
Who's ready for me?
It's gonna be alright, it's gonna be okay. We can do this all night, we can do this all day.
Right.
So if I'm down for you, would you ride with me? You can take my heart, but don't make it bleed.
I don't understand why they coming with their hands out. Little bitch, put your hands down. Now they come around, cause I'm the talk of the whole town. I remember I was so down. Now I'm selling out, whole crowds, hoes all around me. Money make them honeys wanna have your babies. Gotta keep my head up, no condoms. Vibing to this moment, I focus on my problems.